Hello and welcome to our Nisa Kapas Batik YouTube channel. We want to say hi to all our Nisa Kapas Batik lovers out there, and we are excited to share more about the works of art that we do here in our Nisa Kapas Batik studio, all the way in Kampung Serada, Kuala Terengganu, Malaysia. If you are new, we are actually a traditional handmade batik brand focusing the traditional way of hand blocking using batik brasses and hand-dyed colors. As an introduction, this video focuses on batik materials, a general view of the equipment or tools needed to craft every piece of handmade batik the traditional way, of course. Let's have a closer look at the white batik cloth. It all starts here. We look closely at the material, looking for any kind of defects and hang it up high at a certain level. This makes it easy for us to cut from below to get that exact straight cut. So now our white cloth is prepared and ready to hand over to our hand blocking artisan. The primary materials used in traditional batik making are soccer and paraffin. Soccer is the sticky sap obtained from tapped or cut pine trees. It is a hard, brittle, amber-like solid that effectively binds the wax mixture used in batik production. Let's get ready to make the wax mixture. The ratio of the wax mixture is slightly different for hand blocking. Too much soccer will make the wax become too brittle, breaks off from the fabric. Too much paraffin and you will find excessive cracking, and sometimes the wax will become too soft, which does not create a good resist. Meet our hand blocking artisan Nick. It's 8 a.m. and he is already at his hand blocking table. A very complex table that contains a wet sponge to cool down the wax during the hand blocking process. Nick is showing some love and care for his table, making sure his table is all prepped up for hand blocking. Handcrafted from brass, these blocks are not just tools. They are treasures of heritage. Skilled artisans carefully shape and solder strips of brass into intricate Nisa Kapas motifs, often inspired by nature, tradition, and local culture. No two pieces are ever the same. The human touch makes every piece unique. Batik terap or hand-blocked batik is definitely a dialogue between brass, wax, and cloth. The maker's soul, a story pressed into cloth to be worn, cherished, and passed on. Becoming a batik artisan is more than learning how to hold a block, melt wax, or choose colors. The tools and materials are important, but they are never enough on their own. Deep down, every artisan carries something greater, a calling. It is not always obvious, and it takes years of practice, discovery, and quite devotion to find it. And when you do, you realize the true secret: patience. On to our next process, let's head over to our hand painting section. An important component is the batik frame, specifically designed, made to stretch and tighten the batik cloth according to the right width and length. These are actually nails that are fixed upside down to make it easier for our artisan to stretch the cloth. We also cut thin wires fixed to the frame and inserted to the sides of the cloth evenly. This creates a good tension across the cloth. Looks like our hand painting artisan Ayub is happy with his cloth. So let's move on to our next material. Gayung, or a water dipper with a handle, is great for hand painting, as it allows our artisan to carry the dye wherever he goes and is kept close while he paints the cloth. So there you have it, a little bit of what we use in our dry studio to enable us to work 5 days in a week across the year in hopes to preserve the traditional art of batik making. We hope you enjoyed this sharing of ours. And do like, comment, and share. Show some love for Nisa Kapas Seni Batik Traditional. For any kind of inquiries and information, just head over to our website www.nisakapasonline.com.